Hello everybody, my name is ANDAY and welcome back to another LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 1. This is episode 8. Last episode was really good, very good episode. Probably one of the best in the show, I think. It was just so enjoyable and interesting, and a lot of characters had a lot of good moments, and it was just overall a really good episode. So this one, I think we're gonna it definitely moved the pace along for sure. Like, because last episode was pretty much ending the training arc, sort of ending the quest to find Galerianda, I think her name was. I'm with Cole on that. It's a little bit of a long and confusing name. So, other than that, we also had Jay's back. Apparently, he's working with the administration, of course, and he doesn't know who he is. Well, in a way, he does, but he doesn't know, I guess, who he was before the administration. However, that process, because he knows his name, that's what he says. But so yeah, I think that's all. This is all for the prelude, of course, of saying episodes. But of course, go support the show officially. Go watch it on Netflix and I believe it's on YouTube. I think they're posting episodes now, so that's interesting. But yeah, go watch them. Go watch these episodes. Go watch them there. Then come back and watch this one here with me. Watch this. Watch this with me. Then go watch it, or watch me talk about this with me, and go watch that before you go watch me. That makes sense. Awesome. Great. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this prelude. Let's get started. So this is LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2, Part 1 of Season 2, Episode... Oh, Episode 7 or 8? Episode 8! Yes, let's get started. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Bam. Oh, yeah. Oof. Ouch.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think...
The Dragon Masters are too powerful to have been turned to stone. I pulled this once. Remember, Kai?
Wildfire.
She did?
Trying to wake them from their slumber.
Yeah. Okay, so, a lot going on this episode. For first example, what's up to do with Jay? What his thing is. So it seems like he knew or knows at least that he does have an element of power, and enough so that when he something that well something that he knows he can do, but and then something he keeps secret from everyone else, it seems, because he's like, no one else should know I have an element of power, and then she doesn't, or then he doesn't elaborate on that. So like, maybe he one day discovered it himself while he was in the administration. He says he doesn't remember anything before that, so like, but he does remember his name, which is interesting because Jay Walker, that's pretty close to his name. It's not even like, what was that guy's name? Donegan, was that his last name too? Because that's like his birth father, who technically sort of died. Oh, he died about now. At least from natural causes, because it's already been so many years since Skybound. He's probably not even kicking really well. But yeah, so they know that's his last name. So like, I would guess after they found him or something, like, and wiped his memory, I would guess they told him enough about himself that he was Jay Walker and not a ninja, apparently. Because even when he saw himself in Sprite, or I guess is Sprite, I don't think it's Woo, because he calls him Sprite, and Sprite is differently than Woo, because he doesn't look like Woo, and Cole didn't say he was Woo, because it's a little different. It's a little yeah, a little confusing, but anyways, it seemed to be the case there with, like, even though he saw himself as a ninja form, it was mostly until he shot lightning out of his hands. It was interestingly also blue and yellow lightning, which is neat. It's a very cool thing to see. And just as cool to see Jay use it. But also, real one here. Also, of course, rest in peace, the Dragon Masters, Rontu and E-Gold. I probably will actually buy the figure now. You know what? You won me over. I'm gonna buy the set. But it is also like the way they frame it here is okay. So like, Wildfire is obviously doesn't want to accept him. That makes it very like tough to hear, especially when they said it was a bane for them. So like they wish they had more time. So does that mean more time in life or more time to help the prevent the Blood Moon resurrecting the five? Is that what they mean in this context, or do they mean that just in uh they wish they had more time overall? And even with what Egot said, which is a time it comes for all of us eventually, even these old beings, which is crazy and really a deep line if you think about it, especially for these guys who've been around since forever. Forever, but like a good majority. So, like, are they permanently stone now? Are they half stone now? From when we see Wildfire kick, it seemed to be kind of solid. So, I would hope they're not just stone statues forever now. They even allude to that, saying, "Will it wear off?" And then they don't know, which is crazy. Because this is something you probably need to. It's something that needs to be figured out, like soon. I don't know by end of the. Well, I don't know by the end of part 1 of this season or whatever is the rest of it. Who knows? But it's just crazy to see. So yeah. After that, they go and these things they said you have to teach the rest of us. Why isn't I'm too caught up to speak. Rising Dragon technique, and Kai just literally says he doesn't know how to do it because he just did it right now with playing counter shock or counter shot with Nia. And poor Lloyd here, he gets more visions. Poor dude, bro, he's going through a lot, especially the like random nightmares he has. It's messed up. But yeah, we see Cole say the Wyldness, which is, I would guess, a good way to indicate, hey, the Wyldness is here. Well, while it's showing the Shadow Dojo, that's a neat way of showing it. Saying, hey, if you go here, this is where it's at. And I'm low key. I want to buy the Shadow Dojo now. It's crazy. And then we saw how it was different earlier. Hold on. We see poor Bonzo here. She's in the crate and she's locked up. And the runes, everything too, her eyes are going red. It's crazy. It's evil. For sure. Now, I am curious, is this a cause, is this like already a direct alternate timeline or whatever, alternate future that was changed because of the vision Lloyd saw before, where it's just Bonzo there lying on her back, and instead of that, it's now Bonzo here inside the crate. So that is interesting. Is it already showing in a way that it wasn't really due to Lloyd's causing anything? This was already going to happen because of Cole and their mission going on. But is this because it was an alternate future and this is a real future? Or are these just like possible futures? It's not showing everything directly, but it's showing possibilities. You know what I mean? So is that the case here? Because this is different than what we saw before. Roz doesn't have the hammer, and Bonzo's eyes are red and inside this crate, which is interesting. So like, what does that mean? I would assume it's not 1-to-1 future vision. It's just a vision of something that could happen. And while they can't change the things that could happen, they could, well, not to change specific events. I think they can change things that could happen. So like, is there anything specific we saw, like a situation happening other than what, Sora getting rocked by rocks or something like that? I would assume not, but it's like interesting to see what else could be having to do with his vision, especially if they're this common with the blood moon. How common would they be afterwards to other types of dangers in the world? You know, so like, it's just interesting to see like what else could this mean. And also we get a frame of the five in a weird way. It's all of them just chilling in here. We don't see their designs. I want to see what they look like. They look really cool though. I like how the one in the right is, or the one in the one in the right just has his hand out like that. He's kind of cool, or they're cool. We don't even know. We don't know anything about them other than super powerful guys. And what is this realm they're in? Is that a staircase that goes up? It's like that one. What is that one painting that always gets made, not made fun of, but like always made into like little things like. I cannot think of a good example. I can't think of any good examples for when this frame for that one part painting in particular shows up somewhere. And is that one guy holding a fruit? Hold on. Oh, you can't see my mouse. There we go. Check it. Look at that. That's a fruit, right? Or like a plum or something. And this person's holding something behind his back. This person doesn't have anything on. This person has a woo hat. That hat, different hat. That one just looks like a. It looks like one of those baskets that you put clothes in. And this one's just a bucket head hat. But yeah, they all look cool. I want to make this. I feel like this he's the leader of these people. But he's cool. I like him. I like his design. I like his hat too. I hope we see all their designs. Oh, cool. So yeah, like whatever realm this is in, we didn't get a good description of their realm. We just know they were banished somewhere. I would assume with red lighting. Let me fix my headphones. They are somewhat broken. So yeah, someone with red lighting, and this guy has orange eyes. He looks cool. Very based. Yeah, that guy's straight up holding something. And then we have Roz here going to bonk the giant gong. Which, again, it's selling me on that set so much. For real. Yeah, then the wolf holder is attacking. Yeah, neat set. So we get more with the mechs here and there. And I guess they just have a lot of people backing them up also. And they had time to go and hop in one of them, to be fair. And I like how they use the combo mix also. So it goes to show that my headcanon is after they saw how good Lloyd used the mechs for escaping the place, they decided, why don't we try that with these? And then they go out and with these mechs to use them to their benefit, which they have. Surely. And I like how we see apparently the crystal ball, it makes sense for all the the cracks to be shown there, but like apparently it can also do different things, like with the because of the bandages there. It can also shoot an onion that sprays gas and makes them eyes water. That's funny. Here, look. In this frame. Also, that one guy probably died back there. See him? But yeah, it shows the onions, at least in this realm, have power. It's funny, the singed birds they die pretty much. It's funny. It's so great. Yeah, hold on, where's it? There's a good frame here of Cole. In his mech. There it is. Check it out. Bam. Epic. Very epic Cole. He's becoming one of my no favorites. Well, he actually did in last season. Because he was so cool. But now he's like that too. Also, like, yeah, they really go on about Zane not being just a machine. Which, I mean, sure. But like how Bonzo senses that Jay's not entirely in it. Which is crazy, because from what we were seeing, he was probably super in it, I would guess. But yeah, is this Sprite or Woo? I don't really know. Because even then, Sprite doesn't follow them. He just kind of chills back here with Bonzo. and Jay. Well, I guess he does give, but also enough time to make escape. So that's neat. That's very neat of him. But yeah, he doesn't remember what he used to do in the administration. They're supposed to capture him. And the way he says, don't make it weird with the handcuffs. Like, bro, chill there. What do you mean by that? What are you gonna do with Bonzo? It's so crazy because, you know, we never really have these kind of jokes with Ninjago. Not that I could think of. They don't really go for these kind of jokes, especially back then. And, you know, back in Cartoon Network, they were kind of under extreme regulations, I would assume, but saying, you can't do that. But then, you know, they let Adventure Time pull some very sus things. Wait, actually, though, let me check this out. Let's see. Here, Ninjago adult jokes. The most adult Ninjago scene ever. Oh, it's not even an adult scene. It's just freaking Moro when he possessed Lloyd and went to a bar, which wasn't even that much of a bar. Cole went into a bar. They had a bar for real in freaking when they were in the season 7 or season 8 in Sons of Garmadon. When they went to go infiltrate the Sons of Garmadon, they went to the bar, which is Darius' bar. So yeah, that was more of a bar than was. That only seems to be the only adult joke I could see. Oh, 12 adult jokes you miss in the Lego movies, and it's the one where the pirate puts his butt in his face. I mean, sure. Okay, the only other adult joke in Ninjago I would guess is, well, from what I could see here, is when Garmadon in the Lego Ninjago movie, he turned around and made himself look, oh, look at me, I'm making out with 2 people. And he does the arm thing, which is pretty funny. But yeah, is this like Ninjago's first adult joke? It's crazy because Ninjago's been around for so many years and surely had to have so many opportunities for them to slip in, to really slip in something, you know what I mean? And that's something being funny, haha, adult humor, which is crazy. Because you never see that. You never would expect that. At least not from McJug. Like, because they kind of played safe, I would think. You know, by not doing things like that. But no, they kind of did. But this one did. Don't make it weird. Holding up the handcuffs. Like, Jay, chill. He was not like this with Nia. That's for sure. Nia was the one with the handcuffs. But I like how Sprite goes in and zooms in on him. He's like, no, get out of here, Nightlight. Which is funny. Gives Bonzo a chance to escape. So yeah, it is neat, though, how he does see. Apparently, either... It's gotta be... It's Sprite or Woo. Because I don't know if Sprite would know what's in his inner conscience or something. What's in... Who he was before. Would Sprite know that? Because look at his... Also, wow, it's kind of... It looks like on a DS game or something. It straight up looks like the Ninjago DS game. The one that I bought, not recently, but like way sooner than you might think, and realize how low budget it was, because it's not as cool as it looks. It's not as cool as a Ninjago game from 2011 would assume it to look like, and I think it was based off the pilots too. Let me look this up. This is I don't know about this. Ninjago DS game. Lego Battles Ninjago. 3.6 out of 5. Huh. Maybe I should do a let's play on this. Or no, I can't. I can't. As much as I really want to, I can't connect my DS to the computer. PC. Wow. April 12, 2001. It really was right and different. Man, we need more better Ninjago games. Like, to be honest, I'm going off about something else, but let me just cook. Let me cook here. don't get me wrong, Lego games are fun, but I always pictured Ninjago having its own its own. It has so much room for more than just that. You know, like I want to beat 'em up, uh, using any kind of element you want, playing as any character you want, and it's like a story based side scroller. No, not side scroller. Yeah, like a side scroller. Like you know, a beat 'em up side scroller. Is that what I mean? Is that what it's called? Side scroller. Whatever Ben 10 Protector of Earth was. That's what I want for Ninja. Because it would be so cool though. And you can design your own ninja suits. You can design. I'm probably literally describing what Lego games are, and I'm just too unaware to realize it because I've not played any of them. I played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 and kind of got lost at one point, so I'm just like, I'll play it some other day. And then I put it down and did not play it until, or I didn't haven't played it, period. So, yeah, anyways, it is interesting how it does show him his, Evo suit. Again, I guess this would be the last suit he wore until before he turned into, working with the administration. This was his last suit he wore. So that's interesting. Again, of course, between before or after Crystallized and before Dragon's Rising. So that's neat. Very neat. But yeah, it is interesting how it's literally his first thought is just him being like, "What the?" Like, I would assume he literally just doesn't know at all what this means to him. Because first he goes and touches it, and it's like, I guess if you see yourself in a mirror, right? And in that mirror reflection, you're wearing a ninja suit. Of course, you're gonna be confused. That's what this guy is going through. Literally, that's why he's looking at himself like this. And what's even more interesting when he goes and touches it. No, we don't get a clear indication on what starts what first, but both our hands light up, and then crackling lightning. Because that's when we see Kai using, or Jay using, well, his hand turns white, which is cool, but also, oh, does that mean when his hand turns white, does that mean he can use white electricity? That would be cool. That makes sense. That would make sense because his hand being the point of origin of the elements. So if he can do that, that would be really sick. That would be really cool. So, but yeah, he used both yellow and blue. Is it blue? It's blue tintish, but not gonna lie, that kind of looks like white lightning. Because like the outline is blue, but it looks very white. As opposed to the yellow lightning here. But that's neat. That's very cool. Okay, and I guess in the little sphere thing, or in Sprite, it looks very bluish, but that's interesting. But yeah, he goes off, you're saying, well, he drops the handcuffs, says, how do you know I can do that? No one can know I can do that. Which, it does show that as much as he's all about the administration, I guess for working for them, he still has his doubts and his, like secrets that he keeps. For example, him playing his video games and keeping this a secret, his lighting secret. I would guess maybe it's a part of the rules or something. Like, oh, you must have a permit to shoot electricity. You must have a permit to have an elemental power. You must have a permit to do all this. And maybe just keep himself on the down low. Well, he wasn't even seen doing all this, right? He was shown as being the manager for sending people back to their realms, or quote-unquote home realms, because they were sending people to lots of different places because they did not know where to send them. And then that goes to show with... that they don't even know what they're doing, especially with, to do with... whoever gets sent in the home realms. So, like, yeah. What is up with Jay? What's gonna happen with Jay? I'm very curious to see what's gonna go on with him. And they don't even know that Jay was here. They just kind of... Well, Bonzo first, takes advantage of him distracting, or Sprite distracting Lloyd and makes a run for it. So yeah, Zane pretty much almost dies here. Well, he doesn't die, but he does get shut down, which, you know, it just shows that there are stakes going on. And I don't mind this at all, because it makes sense. Because he's all robot-y, but he can still short circuit, I guess. There is a thunderstorm approaching. That's neat. Hopefully, it doesn't impact my recording. So let me get the rundown before everything else goes on. Yes, Lloyd, Zoe Zane here. Zoe Zane here, says I'll self-destruct, which that can happen. I mean, I guess. So yeah, then after all go boom, they hop on Jiro, and then Jiro takes them to the Wyldness, which is very unfortunate. They don't know. They don't know. They don't understand. And honestly, our group didn't even know. They didn't even know it wasn't the Wyldness until Lloyd got that one vision. Which it is neat. It goes to show how they can know where stuff is or where to go, without having the villains essentially monologue or give information that they shouldn't. It's where our heroes, they get visions of this, learning information that they need to from visions. But yeah, Galerianda, I believe, explains here saying her magical academy units are incredibly safe and small but safe. You're not claustrophobic. I would imagine she is not, because she had a lot of space to go around, just be herself, at least until she wound up in the Land of Lost Things. But did she end up there on her own, or did the Land of Lost Things take her there? You know, is it different than when Cole went in there and he could leave freely if he wanted to? You know? It's different when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, apparently she also drinks fortune-telling tea every morning. Which is... Does that give her partial future vision or no? Whatever the case, that is interesting. But yeah, here we have Jordana here. She can use her crystal ball to check out and to look at places and find it. Honestly, this gives me vibes of... Okay, this is a deep cut. Vibes of... What was his name? Malekith or something? Malgalar? It's something to do with not Maltruant. Malzathar. That one guy from freaking Lego Castle. Oh, hold on. Let me just... Malekith? There is no clutch powers to Malak the Malang. Malang? Only 65%? Honestly, that's a lot more than I thought it would. Yeah, that guy. This gives me vibes of when he had his crystal ball all the way back in 2010? 2009? Maybe? I don't know. This was years before Ninjago. But yeah, that guy, when he had his crystal ball and he could check out the heroes, what they're doing in his ball, that's what gives me exact vibes of Jordana here. Big callback. Probably no one gets a reference to clutch powers. But yeah, like it does seem to show that they're on their way back. But also we see, while she does have her concerns about the ninja and them being, you know, getting too close, and she does say herself that she's studied the mystic arts of Theraxian. Is that what they said? Theraxian? That's what she says later. Enough to where she can apparently do something as crazy as manipulate weather, which is insane. We've never seen anyone like this, or at least another sorceress until recently. But this one seems to be on a whole nother level. Because I mean, if her escape spell takes 2 to 3 days, but she can just conjure up this thing, that is crazy. She can make a crazy storm that summons both lightning and crazy winds, enough to knock almost all the ninja off. And I like how they all get separated too, which is neat. It's also realistic, also, because like, why wouldn't they in this crazy storm weather on a flying ship that sends everyone away? It would make sense how it can make, you know, And I like how when Aaron falls, Ryu immediately dives in for him. That was neat. But yeah, like it makes sense that they would all get separated. And the poor bounty makes it into. This is literally like a ravine from Minecraft. Like just straight up, all the way down there. There's nothing in the existing void. Oh, did I not share the thing? There. My sig fig. Yeah, it's raining outside. You'd probably hear that. I don't know why it's so loud. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Even more so with they're having to make their way back. But also, is it me or does the trees look so realistic in this scene? Like, look at how the leaves are painted. This is like really good quality. It looks really cool too. Also kind of flat, but like I would guess, you know, it's a specific leaf. But yeah, I like how immediately after that, Aaron and Ryu kind of lock in saying if they're the only ninja who survived, which I mean, sure they probably wouldn't know what if all that they could have, but these are the ninja. They've been through so much. Surely they survived. But also very unfortunate. This is the bounty. Like, there's a difference between the bounty crashing and the bounty just falling somewhere. And this is the bounty just falling somewhere. Like straight up. Like straight up, there's a difference between the straight up the bounty fell, and it's literally just gone. Like this, check it out. It's literally just gone. No more bounty. At least not this one, because from what he said, it's a nothingness. And also, I would imagine the process of them going back into whatever random cave this was and going into the depths without falling a lot further than they should be. I would imagine that process, only to look for whatever maybe left of the bounty after a fall like that, and then find a way to bring it out. It would take a lot of work, and it'd probably be much easier to go out or go back rather, and repair the bounty that you already have, which is they did mention they have 2 bounties, right? So one was here, the other one was the one Kai sent home while it was burning on fire. So yeah, that's seems to be a better case to use the one that they already have back at home instead of the one here. So yeah. R.I.P. Bounty, we knew you well, and honestly, unironically, I liked this bounty. It was the one where we saw Sora. She could go. And where is Sora actually? Did she like just go home or somewhere? Go back to whatever, or did she go and crash with Aracor? That'd be cool. Or no, it's Sora or Xanth. Whatever name is preferable. But I like how our little hut here is a mushroom, pretty much. It's like a little mushroom thing. It's very neat. Very cool. So is Mysterium her home place, or did she just find this random mushroom, or make this random mushroom house specifically? Because it is neat. It's very neat. It's very, very like, it gives me like a vibes of World of Warcraft. Like a, not, I don't know anything of World of Warcraft, but like something around that term of, this is like a little fantasy thing. A mushroom. It's very neat. And yeah, she is kind of red here. You misunderstand magic, sir. Like, that is true. Yes, you do. And yeah, I like she uses a crystal ball to open it, even though there's a keyhole there, she just uses the thing to shock it. It's kind of neat. It's funny. She just doesn't have a key. I would imagine she made it and forgot to make a key. And she's like, huh. And why would I make a key when I can do this? Pew, pew, pew. Blast it with lightning and then it goes inside. And the inside we do see is very cool here. It's very neat. And it looks very neat too. Like, I already said neat. There's mushrooms everywhere. There's stuff going in around. There's plants going on. It looks underground also. Like, it may just be a mushroom space inside of a mushroom, but it's kind of its own thing. Which is very neat. There's a pillow over there. There's books everywhere. It gives me vibes of that one library in Avatar. And man, it's really coming out outside. Oh, so apologies if you can hear any rain. I'm sure it's probably aesthetically pleasing for like 2 seconds, but yeah, it's fine. And there's some skeletons, not living skeletons, but just don't show Bonzo. See right there, and they're hidden right behind walls too. That's interesting, or the pillars rather. But yeah, it's neat how it looks a lot bigger on the inside than the outside. And that's very neat, very cool. And I'm very curious what's on here. Like, what is, like, are they all magic spells? Are they all magic artifacts? Are they all magic entities? What's to do with what's going on in here? Are they like lore about Mysterium? What's happening? Mystical folks. So there are more mystical people out there, I would guess. Because she does say she's a high grand sorceress. But also, there is more out there, apparently. But also, a thing drops in it and says, oh, it looked expensive and also cursed. So, did they unleash a curse by doing that? That's a little troubling. Wait, hold on. Do I get can I get a picture before it falls? Oh, it's just a vase. Vase in a couple books, so it's whatever. Man, it's really raining outside. Not too. Yeah, second most powerful creation. Wait, once she has sealed it, no one will be able to open it. Great. But how would we be able to open it right afterward? But yeah, it makes sense for them to say, hey, just until the blood moon passes and literally everyone will probably die from the power of this Forbidden Five, that they literally just have to get into an box here. And, and of course, they would want to protect your friend, and she'll be fine, dear, and Galerianda is so sweet about it. I like how when she first hops in here, she says, oh, it's actually kind of cozy, and she looks kind of sweet. Look at her, hold on. It's great. And then this frame also, look at her. She's just like giving the pleading emote face. It's so cute. It's so sweet though. It's very sweet. And I'm gonna get even more sad after when it happens is Jordana here both uses curse magic or Thoraxian to make it go red, and then lock them in an Imperium cage, and just show up pretty much strapped in with magic here. Thoraxian, I think, is it? Thoraxian curse magic, saying it was easy with that to doesn't have to contain this spell here, I guess. But with the cage that they already put her in, and that's saying that she might be learning Thoraxian magic, but corrupting her paltry magic was proven expensive. Which crazy, because that's next level disrespectful. Like, bro, even this one who just learning Thoraxian magic was able to outclass a high sorceress of Mysterium. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy disrespect. But yeah, again here we do see they did put her in the exact cage that exact crate. It's more of a crate, I believe, than it would be a cage. So yeah, like they did put her in the exact crate that was needed for it. It being the vision that they saw. So the vision that Lloyd saw. So it does show that there are already machinations, I believe, of the time working in an order that says, okay, this can happen right now, but you're not gonna see it right now. This can happen later, but it looks different now than it did earlier. So like that's interesting. If you can comprehend what I'm saying in my yapping, I'm sure you'll understand. But yeah, and then at this point they all go and head to the moon, which is a very good point. If you're gonna head somewhere, head towards the moon is probably a good idea. But also, what is this eclipse here? What is a red moon eclipse? Hold on. Is it a real... I hear it's a real thing. Well, not a real thing, but like... spoilers for Kung Fu Panda 4. It was used in that movie as the quote-unquote ritual for bringing back the villains so Chameleon can steal their knowledge of Kung Fu. Blood Moon. I don't want a Blood Moon movie. Blood Moon Phenomenon? Blood Moon Phenomenon. What is it? A blood moon? A blood moon happens when the Earth's moon is in a total lunar eclipse. While it is no special astronomical significance, the view of the sky is striking when the usually whitish moon becomes red or really brown. Lunar eclipses can only happen during the full moon when the sun fully illuminates in the surface. But in Ninjago, of course, it can only happen once a millennia. Or perhaps semi-millennia now, at least, before the other moon just kind of dipped out of existence. Being sent who knows where. Wait, how many? Oh, between 2 to 4 occurrences annually. Huh. So in another universe, this would have happened a lot sooner. Neato. Awesome. Moving on. Air molecules from Earth's atmosphere scatter out when the blue light remaining light effect reflects into the moon's surface, with the red glow making the moon appear night in the red sky. Appear night red in the night sky. The name Blood Moon is often terms used for a moon that appears reddish in the dust from smoke haze. What does Blood Moon do to you? The unstable nature of the Blood Moon's energy leads inauspicious starts. Even ancient cultures all around the world associate the Blood Moon with uncertainty and fear. So it's no surprise the Blood Moon leaves you feeling unsettled. I mean, more so us than them, but I assure you that everyone else is unsettled probably in whatever else is going on in this world of Ninjago. So yeah. Another great episode. Thank you all for listening to my yappings. It's been another hour based of me to carry on this conversation where I talk about nothing for nothing to nowhere. All while the storm is going on outside. So, might as well end this recording before the power goes out. Thank you all for watching. This has been Lego Ninjago Joy's Rising. Please like, comment, subscribe. What is your favorite part of this episode? Probably, preferably not to give any. Well, I mean, you could give spoilers by the time I'm finishing this recording. I'll probably have watched everything else. But, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on these episodes? Do you like them? Do you love Lego Ninjago Joy's Rising? Do you love my reaction? Do you love hearing me yap for 7 hours about nothing? Man, it's really coming outside. I don't know if it's picking up in my microphone, but hopefully it is, and I'm not talking, so it just makes it sound like I'm crazy. Anyways, my name is ANDAY. This has been Lego Ninjago Joy's Rising. Please, like, comment, subscribe if you want more. You're probably going to get more anyways, so, yeah. My name is ANDAY, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye! The power go out?